Unit 2, Section 10.1 Worked Examples. Change the number to a percent. To change a number to a percent, and this is a fraction, so the first thing we're going to do is divide the fraction, get the decimal, and then multiply by 100. So I'm going to take 1 and I'm going to divide by 8. And then I'm going to multiply by 100. And I get 12.5. Change the decimal to a percent. In order to do that, we multiply the decimal by 100. So I'm going to take 4.48 and multiply by 100. So I get 448%. Express the given percent as a decimal. Now, in order to go from percent to decimal, we have to divide by 100. The first thing I need to do is convert the fraction to a decimal. So I'm going to take 4 and divide by 5, and then divide that by 100. 0.008. One serving of a certain brand of yogurt contains 10 grams of fat. The low-fat version contains 36.75% less fat per serving. How many grams of fat does one serving of the low-fat yogurt contain? So if it contains 36.75% less, how much does it actually contain? So if I start at 100% and I take away the 36.75, it will tell me how much is remaining. So I'm going to take my 100% and I'm going to subtract the 36.75, and I find that there's 63.25% left. I want to change that to the decimal, divided by 100, and then multiply by the size of the yogurt, which was, the one serving is 10 grams. I'm going to multiply that by 10, and I get 6.325 grams. Of fat, or in the low-fat version. The elements that compose seawater, along with the corresponding percentages, are shown in the table. If a sample of seawater contains 25 milliliters, how many milliliters of hydrogen are in the sample? So it shows me the percent here. So if I take this percent and I convert that to a decimal, then I can multiply that by, here's the percent, multiply it by the 25 milliliters. So I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to take the 10.82 divided by 100 to get the decimal. And then I'm going to multiply it by the 25 milliliters, and that will tell me that there are 2.705 milliliters of hydrogen in the sample. 2.705 milliliters in the sample. Students at a high school were polled to determine the type of music they prefer. There were 1,940 students who completed the poll, and the responses are shown in the circle graph. What percent of students preferred country music? And I see here 170 preferred country music, so if I take 170 and divide by 1940, and multiply by 100, I'll have the percent, which is 8.76%. The population of a country has been decreasing for several decades. In 1990, the population was about 139 million. In 2010, the population was about 132 million. Determine the percent decrease in the population during this time period. The formula that we used for percent change is shown here. Amount in the latest period, amount in previous period, divided by the amount in the previous period, multiplied by 100. So the amount in the latest period is 132. and in the previous period was 139, and I'm going to divide that by 139 and multiply by 100. So 132 minus the 139, divide by where we started, the 139, and then multiply by 100. And we get about negative 5%. So this is negative 5%. So the decrease, if they ask me for the answer as a decrease, I simply say it's a decrease of 5%. The cost of a fish dinner to the owner of the Golden Wharf restaurant is $10.75. The fish dinner is sold for $17.75. Determine the percent markup. And here's the formula for markup. Selling price minus dealer cost divided by dealer cost times 100. And in this case, the sell price is $17.75. And the dealer's price was $10.75. We're going to divide that by the $10.75, and then we're going to multiply by 100 to find what the markup is. So $17.75 minus $10.75 divided by the $10.75, and then multiply by 100. And so the markup is 65.1%.